Now adding news from Sialkot Chamber of Commerce and Industries. The Federal Minister for Defence Khwaja Muhammad Asif, Federal Minister of Commerce Mr. Kamal Khan, and Federal Minister for Finance and Revenue Mr. Muhammad Aurangzeb visited the Sialkot Chamber of Commerce and Industries for an interactive session with the business community of the city. The stalwart delegation of government was warmly received by Mr. Ikramul Haq, the President of Sialkot Chamber of Commerce and Industries, accompanied by prominent members of Sialkot Chamber. Session started with the recitation of the Holy Quran. In an engaging session, Mr. Ikramul Haq expressed profound gratitude to the government of Pakistan for its prudent decision to reduce the policy rate, a move reflective of the visionary leadership of Prime Minister Mia Muhammad Shehbaz Sharif. He acknowledged that the government's progressive policies were paving the way for economic revival. Addressing on the occasion, the President lauded Khwaja Muhammad Asif for his instrumental role in facilitating this important dialogue by bringing two federal ministers to Sialkot. Underscoring the government's commitment to addressing challenges faced by the SME sector. Highlighting a crucial concern, Mr. Ikramul Haq urged the government to allocate a permanent membership. Highlighting critical concerns, Mr. Ikramul Haq urged the government to allocate a permanent membership of Sialkot Chamber on the Export Development Fund Board. Establish a Ministry of Foreign Affairs desk at the Business Facilitation Center, Sialkot, as per the Prime Minister's directive dated January 16, 2024. And eliminate the infrastructure development cess levied in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Sindh and Balochistan. He emphasized the necessity of reinstating regionally competitive energy tariffs and advocated for the reintroduction of the fixed tax regime. He articulated that an abrupt shift to NTR would impose an unstable tax burden on SMEs, thereby stifling their growth. The President of Sialkot Chamber of Commerce proposed devising tax rates aligned with national targets while safeguarding industries from inequitable practices by the Federal Board of Revenue. At the occasion, Honorable Minister for Defence Khwaja Muhammad Asif acknowledged the positive trajectory of the economy and reiterated the government's unwavering resolve to support the business community. He assured that all pertinent issues raised during this session would be addressed diligently. The Minister of Defence shared that he had been working tirelessly to facilitate various initiatives for infrastructure and economic development of Sialkot. The Federal Minister announced that soon Air Sial would be allowed to initiate its operation in the United Arab Emirates. Mr. Kamal, the Federal Minister of Commerce, revealed that a summary recommending a permanent seat for Sialkot Chamber of Commerce and Industry on the EDF board had been submitted to the Prime Minister for approval. He affirmed the government's readiness to consider Sialkot's proposal earnestly. On the occasion, the Honorable Commerce Minister announced the establishment of an expo center in Sialkot. The Minister directed preparation of a comprehensive feasibility report for the expo center, including the identification of a suitable land in collaboration with the TDAP office Sialkot. He also extended an invitation to Sialkot Chamber of Commerce and Industries to form a delegation for further deliberation in Islamabad. The Federal Minister for Finance and Revenue, Mr. Muhammad Aurangzeb, commended Sialkot's remarkable industrial achievements and reaffirmed the government's steadfast commitment to supporting SMEs. He acknowledged the necessity of making difficult decisions to stabilize the economy, recognizing their impact on business and individuals. The minister emphasized the critical importance of enhancing Pakistan tax to GDP ratio from the current 10.3% to an optimal 13 to 14% in alignment with acceptable benchmark. The finance minister also highlighted federal government's commitment to make structural reforms to ensure that Pakistan can be put on the path of sustainable economic growth, avoiding any balance of payment crisis. He said that in pursuit of the same, the government had to take enough decisions to bring the country out of the woods. Mr. Aurangzeb was of the view that the benefits of a robust and stable economy would be reaped by all sectors of economy, including the commoners. He elaborated on ongoing reforms within the FBR, including the integration of FBR and Nadra data to minimize the discrepancies in business audits by the tax authority. Mr. Muhammad Aurangzeb assured the business community that FBR would turn into a business-friendly organization, but he also said that no sector would be allowed to enjoy any exemption in terms of tax practice. The Federal Minister gave a patient hearing to the representations made by the President Chamber on the issue of a final tax regime and shared that all the proposal would be considered at length and decision would be taken in the best interest of the SMEs and the exports. He directed Sialkot Chamber to start preparation of a budget proposal for next financial year, sharing his commitment to deliberate on all pitches made in the best interest of export sector of Pakistan. He said that the finance ministry, instead of meeting business representatives in Islamabad, would be visiting all trade bodies across Pakistan to gather sector-specific budget proposals. President of Sialkot Chamber, Mr. Kamal expressed his profound gratitude to the Federal Minister for visiting Sialkot and their commitment to work with Sialkot Chamber on the resolution of issues highlighted at the forum. The president said that the business community stood united on the stance that the federal government should reconsider its decisional of withdrawal of FTR. Mr. Kamal thanked the federal minister for finance for his kind assurances on exploring a permanent and amicable solution to the issue of a final tax regime. The president said that he would soon lead a delegation under the patronage of Federal Minister for Defense Khwaja Muhammad Asif to meet the finance minister in person to settle the matter to protect the interest of export sector. The president Sialkot Chamber of Commerce presented shields